Page 9, Promenade. 4/4 times, got one sharp in the key signature in the key of G major, and means all the F's in the piece are going to be F sharp automatically. So we got eighth notes and quarter notes and half notes, and you can kind of look it over and see what's there. Now let's take it one hand at a time and make sure we have the fingering and the rhythm and the notes and all that. I'm going to play everything connected at first. So I want to make the fingers connect everything if I can. And so I'm starting out here. It puts me here to start. And it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. Eighth notes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You gotta cross over to get the F sharp. Leave your thumb there. You're not moving around, you're just catching one note. That happens a lot in piano, you'll get it. Let's go down to the third line, last measure, after the reverse repeat sign. Now you're up here. Now you ended here right before that, so you can reach up. It's an octave, just reach up. And then claps. And the last line, 1 and 2. You lift up and move, see the little fingers on that. I'm just lifting up and moving here. Cross over the thumb again, that's fine. The left hand, we're here to start. Don't forget the F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. For the most part, that's the left hand. Put them together, what do we get? 1, 2. Hardest part of it right there. Let's go down to the third line down, the last measure there. It's here, you're up here. So work that out. Get rid of that, any hesitations you may be having. We want a steady beat. And once you have that worked out, then we can add in these staccatos and things. I'm going to flex at the wrist on the staccato, short staccatos. The left hand isn't really marked anything for the first couple of lines or so, so I'm going to play it all connected. And this is something I'd like you to think about because it's kind of tricky, going from the second measure to the third measure. Because we'll have a half note here and we had a quarter note here. Going to the next, I want to lift up the right hand but not the left. I'm going to connect this, but I want to lift up this. Have to, it's a repeated note. The point is I'm lifting one hand and not the other. So the starting with a half note there, it's here. So I'm just lifting up there. It helps later on when the music gets a little more complicated if you can learn to do this now. Let's go down to the third line again now at the last measure. Both hands are staccato here. So the last line, the left hand stays staccato. I'm connecting the right hand. Now I'm going to connect the left hand. So work out the articulation. Once you can get that okay, then we think about the dynamics. Starts out loud, and that's the melody. If it's here, it's in the right hand. Whatever you think loud is, keep the left hand out of the way. Then I'll measure 5. See the little numbers at the beginning of each line in a square, a little box? Those are measure numbers. So measure 5 is the second line, or second measure, second line. It's here. Now you're soft. It's like an echo. The left has to be very soft. And when you get down to the third line, last measure, the first time you play it, you're loud. Right hand. and you repeat it and do it again. Now you're soft, just like an echo. The left hand has to be very soft. So forth. Then we can start thinking about the speed. Well, when you get it all kind of gathered to the point with speed, then you need to be thinking about what kind of piece is it, because that affects the speed. A promenade is like a majestic march or a grand entrance march type thing, or maybe a leisurely stroll on something, but it's usually more of a grand nature. You think of a graduation ceremony where the people are marching in, you have pomp and circumstance type thing. That's what I think of a promenade. You're marching in, it's proud of. How fast would that be? It's a walk to left, right, left, right. And that helps to tell you about how fast it needs to go, because Andante, to me, Andante is like a leisurely stroll. Well, that's a promenade, it's a leisurely stroll. But different people are going to stroll leisurely at different speeds. That's fine, that's okay. Your speed doesn't have to be the same as mine. It's what you feel a promenade. Don't play it real fast, that's out of character, and don't play it real slow, that's out of character. Think of a grand march of some sort, or some procession or something. That's it. So after you've learned it, come back and let's play it together slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. Not going to do the dynamics. I will do the repeats. So I'll give us 4 counts. Let's do it together slowly. 1, 2, ready and go, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and repeat. Off.